coming out of Southeast Asia. So this is probably going to be a close match between Vietnam and China, and I could not be more excited to see how it will turn out.
That's right, CJ. Both of these teams are just so great at this game. They know what they're doing so well. So let's go and take a look at the bracket and what we have right now.
Yeah, you can see how the teams have fared out so far today. Vietnam and China are in the winners group. So the team that wins this matchup will be in the grand finals. A lot could not be more on the line right now for both these teams. But you see Hong Kong has made it through. They will face Chinese Taipei in the lower group bracket here to see who is going to be able to make it to the lower group winner of the bottom side of the bracket here. So let's see how the team will do. But Vietnam and China is the two teams that we will be watching next. And Team Vietnam, a team that is so strong with their team fighting composition. I was at the Arena Valley International Competition back in winter 2017, and they performed phenomenal. Vietnam actually placed 2 of the top 3 as a country in that competition there, and they're looking to really play for their country's pride and do just as well, if not better, here in Jakarta.
Both of these teams are going to be trying their hardest to win because, as you know, the winner of this match is going to make their way to the championships, and that is amazing because if they do make it to the championships, they will only need to win 1 series instead of 2, as opposed to when they're on the losing side. So it's going to be so crucial for both of these teams to perform their hardest, but unfortunately, one of them is going to have to fall to the losers bracket.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the beautiful stage here. Remember, the winner of this is the winners of the winner bracket so far. If they move on, they are guaranteed at least a silver medal, placing 2nd by making it to the grand finals. You can see Team China is up here. Alan, Ku, Lao Shui, the mid laner, Star, Jiu Yue, and MC.
That was an amazing roster made up of all amazing individually players. They all shine on their own, even without, they don't have a standout. All of them are the standouts, right?
Yeah, and they have so many fans in China, especially Lao Shui there. They are a team, a super team that has been put together to represent the People's Republic of China in this competition. They are professional players of the King Pro League in China, along with a great coach that they have. This is why coming into this competition, they are the team that every single team fears the most. When I talked to Team Vietnam, they said the team that they fear the most is their opponent right now, which is China right here. So a lot of nerves will be on the side of Vietnam to face such a dominant team. We thought Chinese Taipei would be one of the teams that would take it home and potentially win the gold, but Team China just made them look a little bit easy with playing a perfect game against them. 0 deaths against Chinese Taipei. That was just phenomenal to watch. So this team, I feel like the more they play on the stage, the better and better they get as a team.
The People's Republic of China, contrastingly to Vietnam, is very laid back, very relaxed. No matter whether or not they're winning or losing, no matter whether or not they have momentum, they just sit back and play their game. That is such a great mental fortitude because that's so important to have when the stakes are as high as this.
Yeah, definitely. The stakes could not be higher here, and you want to get that win because, again, guys, if you win, you will be put into the grand finals and secure yourself a silver medal at least. And if you win, then the gold medal, of course. So let's see if Team China can push through and just show their utter dominance. And of course, we see Lao Shui. Any hero you put this guy on, he just carries his team, and the synergy between him and Ku is just unstoppable. They have just perfect chemistry. The combos that they do together as a jungler and as the mid laner has been just absolutely dominating in these team fights against their opponents.
Now let's take a look at the Vietnamese team. We have not really seen them play that much yet today, so we're going to see how they face off against who they consider to be their greatest opponents, the People's Republic of China.
Yeah, definitely here. And on Team Vietnam, there is some of the players such as XB. He's actually one of the top players from the Chinese Taipei server, so that's something you want to watch out for. They have some pretty dominant players on their roster there. And Pro E, of course, one of the, if not the best player in Vietnam, known known for his very, very smart playstyle. You can see the fans there cheering on the People's Republic of China with all of the all-star cast that is on this stage now. It's amazing for them to just come together as a team from separate teams, separate clubs in China, and just play so well. It just shows you the power of not only the coaching staff, but the synergy between all of these players here. They are here for one common goal, is to bring back the first gold medal in the Arena of Valor for their country.
That's so true, and despite not having that much time to learn this game, they've learned so well. And we're going to see Team Vietnam over there. Gao, Kian, XV, Namchin, and Pro-E. All superstars in their own right as well.
Yeah, and we know that they are such strong players. Everyone's a superstar. This is Team Flash. They are a team that has won and plays so well in a lot of the Vietnam leagues. Look at them, they're super confident. They are a team that have been together for a while. And so this what I feel gives them the advantage potentially against Team China, because they have been playing together. They understand each other's little idiosyncrasies, each other's communication, their play styles. They understand each other very, very, very close. So that's going to give them an edge, I feel, against Team China. We know Namchin, I remember him from the World Cup. He performed so well there for Vietnam. So let's see if they can bring that performance here on this stage.
I love the mood that Team Vietnam has. They clearly know each other very, very well. They're clearly extremely comfortable playing with each other. You can see that they've practiced a long time with each other. They're just like laughing, having a good time. Look at XP over there smiling, twiddling his fingers. They're very, very happy.
Yeah, XP is actually one of the
serious.
XP is one of the players there that he actually is a top one ranking player on the Chinese Taipei server. So he has some experience not only playing the Chinese Taipei meta and aggressive playstyle there, but also Vietnam as well. Vietnam has millions and millions of players playing Arena of Valor. And look at the confidence there from Gao. Yeah, I love that they're having fun, because when you have a lot of fun, you're focused on winning. You're not letting the nerves get to you. That's going to give them a lot of confidence. And look at this team there. They have the determination, the looks to secure this win. Again, the best team from Southeast Asia against the best team from East Asia are going head to head in this matchup.
Looks like neither of these teams are very camera shy at all, so I don't think either of them are going to have many nerves coming to this match. I love how the Vietnam team is looking. They are looking so, so strong, and they're really going to be looking forward to playing against the People's Republic of China.
Yeah, one thing I noticed when I was at the Arena of Valor International competition back in Winter 2007, Vietnam played so well. They knocked out all these amazing teams in that international competition and placed second and third, is because of their team fighting and their ability to come back. Even when they're down 8,000 gold, they're able to come back in these key decisive games in the late game because their synergy is so strong, and that's what I'm betting on here. This team has been together much longer than Team China has, so I feel like that synergy could come out in the crucial moments of the late game when these team fights matter the most.
Let's go right into the ban pick phase. China is going to respond pretty quickly with the Zenial as a first
typical ban.
Very
Zenial has been the very popular ban for the blue side. Superman could come out as a ban, but honestly, top teams don't worry about Superman as much. They know how to play against him. And yep, Superman not going to be banned. We're going to see the bans shift a little bit here. Omen taking off the mat. Grak also banned away.
Brock is a really interesting pick. He is very, very strong at getting those picks, and we're going to see Vietnam banning away the Lindis. China has been playing Lindis very, very effectively, so pretty good ban.
Look at how confident these coaches are. They're banning so fast. I mean, this is probably the fastest ban phase I've seen so far here. They're just picking their bans right off the bat, knowing exactly who to ban. They came here prepared here, so let's see what the last ban. Arm's going to be banned here. Is Superman going to be banned here, or are they going to take off potentially like a Teamy or a Scud? You know, what is a or Valheim potentially as well, because Valheim we've seen is so good with a lot of teams that played him. He has such a high win rate. He lost one game actually today. So let's see if that Valheim or Superman ban is going to come out.
We've actually been picking so fast that we haven't really had time to talk about each individual pick, right? But the Superman ban is going to come out from Team Vietnam, meaning that Valheim is open, Omen is banned away, but Teamy is open as well, Malik is open, Scud is also open, very, very strong side laner, but I would love to see a Valheim pick here. We haven't seen him played in quite a little bit, so I'd love to see Team China on that.
Yeah, Valheim will be a great first pick, but we don't know what Team China prioritizes here because they do play Valheim. They may pick him, they're going to pick him, and we know that they play Valheim double marksman. So they play with Valheim with like a Slim's jungle, which has actually worked out really well for them, but they did lose that early game against their opponents earlier today when they played double marksman. So that's something that hopefully Vietnam has done some of their homework here. So let's see if that Teeny will be picked up along with potentially like a Scud, or even Chognar has been really popular as well. So because if they give Chognar to Valheim, we know Valheim Chognar has been such a key combo pick on the red side. If Valheim and Chognar open, he's normally picked together. So I think Vietnam will probably deny the Chognar here and take away the Chognar, but that's going to give Teeny over to the side of... Oh, they're not. They're going to take both Teeny and Chognar away there. They're like, you know what? We're not going to let you get any of these combos for that Valheim composition that you want to run here.
But that laning kind of composition is going to be a little bit difficult. What do you think? Do you think that they're going to put Chognar in that silent, or we've seen Chognar mid be a thing quite a little bit ago?
Yeah,
so what do you think is going to happen?
I think based on what we're seeing in the trend here, normally they play Chognar in the side lane, but what I'm seeing now is Chognar is played support, more capable on the support role, and then they put Teamy in the mid because Teamy has the gold passive, and they just hyper farm their jungler. If it's a Violet, they're going to give all the farm and just funnel all the gold to Violet and let Violet get tons of gold and levels ahead of the opponent jungler. But look at that, the Violet will be denied. That's exactly the hero that they wanted to pick actually into the Valheim. So Violet, such a great ban draft strategy from both teams. Both these coaches are kind of outsmarting each other right now. So really good job there by China taking away the Violet. But that makes him very weak to assassin composition. Teamy wants to dive in there. The Croth can be a very good pick into this composition. They can just pick an all heavy dive composition. The Croth Lubu could look really good. Even Scud would work really well in this composition as well because you can just dive in there and just secure the kill onto Valheim and the Violet here. So let's see if they're going to go for an assassin composition. But the thing about assassin composition is you have to execute that. It's execution heavy. You have to make sure the early and mid game is won, and you snowball and you do not make any mistakes in the late game, allow the team to come back. Yep, Scud is going to be picked here, and then Crixie will be taken away for Vietnam here.
That's true. I do love that China isn't really scared of having that double ADC composition because their positioning is so good. It would have maybe gone with something like a flash instead to go heavy on that engage, but I do think that Crixie is a pretty good alternative. Namchin picking that Scud as well is going to be a very strong pick for Vietnam. So overall, very well-rounded draft so far.
Yeah, so they have the two side layers. They have to pick Flash potentially here, and then a support, maybe Mina. OC, Mina's actually not a good pick because Chognar is such a good counter to Mina, so Mina's not going to be picked.
And we're
but
going to
the
see
Kali and the Lumber.
For the first time in this competition. What do you think of that?
Yeah, Kali's actually really strong. She's actually picked heavily in the Chinese Taipei League that we see. Kali is actually a very good pick that shows up every now and then. But look at now, Krot is going to be picked as predicted there. They're playing an assassin composition that wants to dive with Crixie. That is perfect because if Crixie is able to do damage from behind, get the Nature's Wrath, the Mischief, and then the Moonfall ultimate damage onto their opponents, that is really good. But Kali can easily stop and use her ultimate there to just basically help Violet and Valheim kite and run away from these fights. So it's going to come down to how well Vietnam can execute the Necroth combo here and dive onto it and delete either the Violet, the Kali, or the Valheim.
That's so true. And my biggest worry with the execution of the Vietnamese team and their composition is tower damage. Team China has 3 capable tower pushers on their side. That Valheim, the Violet, and the Kali, whose normal attack scales with attack damage, is able to siege towers very well.
Yeah.
Vietnam should have maybe gone with something like a Liliana to give them some more tower damage potential, but I don't know. It's very dependent on their execution and how well they can pull off that assassin composition.
Yeah, Kali's attack, normal attacks, they do magic damage, so they can actually hit the towers, and Kali can do a really good job, like Carol said, to help take and siege down these towers just a little bit quicker. And she's also great at clearing waves. I mean, her ultimate has such far range, so she can easily clear out a wave immediately and also help defend against an engage there, because once she ults, you have to escape it, you have to dodge it. If you take the full brunt of that ultimate, she can easily wipe out an enemy opponent, and that's what they gotta be careful for. But Crixie, as we know, also has a lot of upfront burst damage, especially when she gets Boomstick. There's a lot of burst damage that comes out from her Moonfall ability and the Mischief and Nature's Wrath as well. So it's gonna come down to Vietnam has to win this early game. Nacroth has to run around the map, secure jungle, deny farm from the Violet, and they have to do it before Allen scales here. We know Allen plays Valheim really well. If they allow Valheim to get his items and scale, he's going to be in big trouble for Vietnam because he can easily slow them and constant CC them. Hyoga's edge with the Frost Cape is so much slows and the stuns from Valheim as well. That's why he's so good into the competition that Vietnam has picked.
We're going to see that China has also picked that Lumber into the Chogner. So Chogner is a very, very good counter with that Chaos Protection against the Earth Slitter ultimate. But what China has to do in this situation, I think, is juggle around the Ryu that Irie has as her ultimate with the Earth Slitter, try to do one or the other because both of them are pretty strong.
Southeast Asia are going to face off here. Who will come home the winner and continue?
Jere, minta gendunga. Kamu tanya dulu. Inilah. Bang, ini ada bang. Ini aku hari karena. Ya tadi ya belum aku ngalamin ini.
I mean, they're looking good. So if they continue to combo along with TV's AOV stun, oh my goodness, Vietnam can do so much work with their composition. And they have a Chognar to basically disengage and counter MC's Earth Splitter there. That's going to be key. Namchin needs to make sure MC does not land another earth-shattering Earth Splitter like that stuns the entire Vietnam team there. As long as he can counter that, they're going to be looking in really good shape in these team fights.
One minor consideration to make is that all the knockouts that Vietnam has functions differently from a stun. So what a knockup does is that it knocks people up from bushes. So that if someone's in a bush, it gives you vision. But look at Jory over there using his Ryu, trying to get out of there before 4 men from the Vietnam team collapses onto him.
Yeah, 4-man rotation there. This tower is goners. They have to back out. Look at the damage from XP. Jumping in there, flickering with the Moonfall. So aggressive as a mage on an assassin like Ari that wants to get next to you. But Vietnam is just playing so well here. So decisive and so aggressive there. Just showing them why they are the best from Southeast Asia.
All of these teams that we've been seeing today are playing so well mechanically. XP is going to get that 2-man knockup over there, get that mischief, but it's not going to be enough. There are going to be 5 men pushing in this middle tower. The Earth Splitter is going to come out, but not to great effect in this. Kian is going to be coming out. The Moonfall's going to pop, but he's in a dangerous position right now. Callie's ultimate is going to pop. Kiku is going to be so low, but he is going to survive another day.
Yeah, that's a little overextension there. Unfortunately, Scud was so close, but when Trixie got the knockup, there's no follow-up. If Scud was right there and followed with the knockup, then definitely would have secured the kill there. But he overextended, used the flicker, was not able to get the kill. As a result, gave over 1 death to Team China. But Vietnam is still ahead though. As long as they continue to play aggressive like this and rotate as 4 to 5 man, they're going to be looking. Look at he able to get the stun onto Lao Shui there, but Jay was able to take that, or Lao Shui was able to take that jungle still.
If you notice, XP on that Crixie just finished her Boomstick, which gives her an amazing 240 ability power. So in the next fight, she's going to do a significantly more damage and also be able to deal additional damage in an area due to its unique passive.
Yeah, it's going to be so much burst, especially with Moonfall. That's what makes Boomstick and Moonfall so potent. That's why Crixie came back to the meta, is because of that item build, along with Moonfall, allows her to do so much burst damage against her opponents.
And Namchin over there on the Chognar just finishes Aegis, which gives him 20% cooldown reduction.
Wow,
is going to be caught up, and that's going to be a kill for Necroth. MC is going to be low as well. Baku is going to be doing so much damage. Namchin is going to be using his energy surge to deal a little bit of damage, zone away the opponents, but they are going to have a wave crashing in here, and because they have the mana advantage, that is going to be an easy tower for Team Vietnam.
What a beautiful engage here, getting the kill on to Lao Shui there. They jump in the Moonfall, playing so aggressive. You see the difference here. He is landing every single Moonfall and playing so aggressive, maximizing the damage output of Crixie in that ultimate there. Again, another Moonfall falling on there. Julia has to back off. MC's going to come in there, but it's 4 versus 3 right now, but Allen is in the back line. But look how low Vietnam gets. They're going to drop 2 people. Namchin's going to have to back up, but look at that. The beautiful Being a Bro comes up and revives his teammates just in the nick of time.
It would have been so huge for China if he did not pop that Being a Bro, saving both himself and XP, the mid laner, who was such a valuable target from death. That was such a great mechanical play. Lao Shui over here is going to be able to pop his ultimate. Gao is going to try to get away with good positioning over there, being shielded by that minion.
Yeah, you can see there Vietnam, like I said, they have played together as a team for a very long time, and they're showing the synergy and how they're playing the limits of their heroes. They're going to easily take this Abyssal Dragon without any contest. That's going to be the second dragon going over to Team Vietnam here.
They're so ahead in towers as well. 3 towers to the People's Republic of China, 0. So they're in a very, very good position right now with so much of the enemy team's jungle and so many objectives open for them. But Allen is going to be able to stun up Namchin, but he is going to be able to get away with his first ability.
Yeah, so let's see how Team China's going to respond now. Lao Shui has to watch out for his positioning, because every time they're engaging, they're getting a kill on him. The Violet Ku has 2 deaths. Lao Shui has 1 death so far, so they gotta be careful, because that's Vietnam's target. They know that they need to get onto Lao Shui or Ku here to win these fights.
Vietnam's going to be posturing around the Dark Slayer over here. XP trying to start it a little bit, but knowing that Team China is a little bit nearby, they're not quite going to go for it quite yet. They're going to have 4 men over here rotating the top lane, trying to get Allen over there, who is a little bit out of position, but
oh my goodness.
And the Moonfall, and that is going to be a kill onto Ku. Their airstones have come out. MC is going to be very, very low. The being bro has been popped, and that is going to be another kill for Team Vietnam. Joyer as well. It is in a bad position. Kian, though, is going to follow as well. Pro K is going to be forced to back off.
Oh,
That
XP's
is
in
a
a tough
shutdown.
position here, though. They have to back off, and look at that. The beautiful flicker comes up from Lao Shui. He's going to have his ultimate up any second here. Can he get the kill on the Napchin? And look at that. It's 2 versus 1. They have to back off there, but that engage earlier on Ku was just amazing. That teamy chain left in there. They got to watch out how Vietnam is engaging.
Oh, look at Lao Shui over there. Oh,
Wow.
he almost stopped. Canceled that recall over there. That would have been so godly, but unfortunately, its range wasn't quite enough over there. But that was a great ultimate by Lao Shui, even though its ultimate, its cooldown reset just a little bit too late.
Yeah, Allen is now starting to scale. He's starting to get his items on. As soon as Valheim gets those items, he is going to be a pain to deal with. So they need to make sure they CC Ku, and they continue to focus either Ku, Lao Shui, or the Valheim here, because that's going to be the key to winning these team fights. And so far, Vietnam hasn't executed on their competition. The one thing, though, is Vietnam, they tend to stay in the fight. They get these kills and they're ahead, and they're so low health. They're still trying to force a fight, and that's something that they need to back up, because they're giving over some of these kills to Team China. And you don't want to do that. You never want to trade 1 for 1 or 2 for 2 when you are the team that's ahead, because the team that's behind is going to gain a lot more from those trades there when it comes to those kills. So Vietnam has to make sure they don't give those kills over to key carries such as Allen, such as Lao Shui there, because they're going to allow them to get that goal that they need to finish their damage items.
That's true. This assassin composition that Team Vietnam has chosen to go with worked out really, really well for them in the early game, but it is so dependent on them staying ahead, being able to consistently get the shutdowns on the key carries of the Chinese side. So at this point in time, they're really, really going to be looking out to close the game, get some more towers, push their way to the core. They're already leading in towers, but they need to further that lead and prevent themselves from losing any more momentum than they already have.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that they have to watch out for. They have to, again, execution heavy. But so far, though, they've been executing their combos to a T. When Teamy lands that Pooty Poot stun, Crixie comes in with that Nature's Wrath, does the knock-up. The Croc then jumps in again, gets another knock-up. I mean, it's amazing to see how well Team Vietnam understands their win condition. And they're targeting the high-value target. They don't waste any of their abilities on the tank here or an MC. They go in there and they make sure they lock onto Ku or Lao Shui, and they get the kill, and they win the fight, and then they have to back off, because when they're low and they still try to continue to fight, they didn't hand over deaths to Team China. That's something they need to watch out, because when assassin comp starts to fall behind or the goal gets even in the late game, that is not a good thing for an assassin competition, because you then put a lot of risk when Violet starts to scale into that late game, as well as Kali.
That's very true. Managing risk is such an important part of this game. But one player from the Vietnamese side I'd like to highlight is XB. He just has very, very consistently good positioning, even though he's died a couple of times, but he is consistently following up when his team initiates. So with that mischief harassing first ability, it just has such a great range, and she is doing so much damage at this point in the game, and as time goes on, she's only going to deal more damage. So despite the downfall, the loss of momentum that an assassin composition usually faces later on in the game, XB is going to be a late game god with the Crixie, who's going to be able to deal immense amounts of damage once she has all her items.
Yeah, I've been so impressive to watch him do. Every Moonfall has maximum damage output. The way that he's positioning himself right on the edge too. You notice how he's playing Crixie. The Moonfall is always on the edge. They're landing it every single time and keeping a safe distance from his opponents. And also knowing when to go hard, even against an assassin like Ari that wants to get close to the Crixie. He knows when to go in there and secure the kills on the Crixie. And as a result, he's pretty fed. He has so much damage on him. And that's the key there for Team Vietnam. They need to follow up as a team together. They need to make sure they take care of Allen or Ku here. That's going to be the key. Allen is going to start to scale really hard there. Look at the stun. Oh my goodness. This is why. Wow, that's why Valheim is so dangerous once he gets his items in his build.
Namchan was just that one sliver of HP. I could barely even see his HP over there. That was such a great engage. That was such a great ultimate by Lao Shui.
Yeah, definitely here. You gotta watch out. Looks like Team China is gonna be able to take this Abyssal Dragon, which is gonna be really good for them. Again, this is where they start to scale. This is not what Vietnam wants right now. Team China is getting right back into this game, but look at this sneaky play by Vietnam here. Might be able to come down. Oh no, no, the booty boost does not come off. But look at Lao Shui. Look at the damage on the coup. They're gonna catch him right out. So sneaky play from Vietnam. But look at that, XB's falling down. Jerry's gonna jump right on top of him, and then they're able to kill another kill in Vietnam here. But the being bro is popped and Scud is back up. But look at that, another kill from Team China.
That was so many things happening just at once, Suije. I could barely even gather what was happening over there, but there are going to be 3 men over here on the Chinese side, as opposed to the 2 from Vietnam over here. Lao Shui is going to be getting another kill over there in the mid lane, despite suffering quite some damage from that Scud over there. Kian is going to be able to make his way away. He is so slippery, and Cross just has so much movement.
Yeah, definitely. Keem there, he needs to fight with his team there. He was not in that fight. The Crixie did such a good job there in that fight. You can watch the replay here real quick. Look at XB, they're getting the knock up, and Ku just immediately disappears. But look at Jiu, no one is protecting and trying to fight against the Ari. And as an assassin, if you're next to a mage like that, you're going to take him out immediately. Gao needs to run away. They need to make sure they protect XB. That is their win condition as a team for Vietnam here. If XB can survive these fights and get these kills on a high value target like Ku, then they can easily win these fights and protect against the Ari that wants to get on top of her.
I think Proe's had some amazing being a bro ultimate so far, saving XB from certain deaths several times. So we're going to need to see them playing together. We're going to need to see Vietnam knowing their win condition, trying to save their key target, who is XB, from death. Look at him trying to flicker away. That being a bro is popped a little bit prematurely. I think XB maybe should have died there, but he is going to be able to recall and live.
Oh my goodness, that poke damage from Lao Shui is going to go ahead and open up the darks there. That is not what you want for Team China to take. That's going to give them complete map control for the next minute and 30 seconds there. That is devastating. And now look at the lead. It is so close now. This is not the scenario that Vietnam wanted against Team China here. And this is something that now they have to make no mistakes. And look at the damage coming from Lao Shui. Oh my goodness, XP has to go home yet again. They cannot contest the range that is coming up from Lao Shui on his Kali here.
China is going to be recouping so many of those tower deficits that they had before. They're going to be really aiming to push that tower. They have waves that are going to be crashing in on the top, in the mid, and the bottom lanes in the next little while.
Yeah, the items on Lao Shui, they're doing so much magic damage. It's insane. They have to be careful. Now this is going to be really tough because Violet and Kali outranges the entire Vietnam team here. So they have to dive. If they let the Violet and Kali poke constantly like this, then I don't see a way Vietnam is going to win here. They have to get onto the back line. They have to engage. They have to use Chogner's abilities to make sure Valheim and Lumberg do not slow them down and chain CC them.
And look at that gold grab over there in the bottom left. Vietnam was so far ahead for so long, but China has managed to come back and making the gold deficit actually in their favor right now. They're ahead by a few hundred gold. That was an amazing comeback by Team China, and they're just doing so well, getting some towers, trying to come back in the late game because they are just scaling so much harder than Team Vietnam.
Yeah. wants to dive onto you, so Vietnam has to figure out a way to not get poked down before they dive in. They have to be very decisive too. Make sure that either Nakroth or the team is able to get in there, because if they don't, there's no way they can win fights. Team Vietnam has to get it together, make sure they have one nice execution here.
Yeah, and look, since they got that Dark Slayer, Team China has gotten so many towers. They're now even in towers compared to Team Vietnam. Remember when they had a 5-0, I believe?
Yeah, they're ahead. Look at the damage. Oh my goodness. Proby's gonna fall. He's gonna pop his Vino, bro. He's gonna get out. He's gonna flicker. But look at the damage and the CC coming out from Team China. This is why Valheim is so good in the late game. Once he gets all of his items there, even a tank is not going to be able to last too long against the amount of burst damage coming out from the entire China team.
And China's going to be pushing this.
Oh no!
Their ultimate's going to be, Kian's going to be caught out. That's going to be an ultimate for Lao Shui over there. He is such a high priority right now. The Moonfall ultimate, and Ku's going to be in a little bit of a tough position right now, but MC is going to be able to peel from Pro.
Wow!
And Lao Shui is going to be killed by XD over there on that Crixie. That was so amazing.
Yeah, what a great play by XP. They're just carrying his team there. They're going to turn this around potentially here. Oh, Jire's going to fall, and look at another kill by XP, doing such an amazing job on this Crixie. They were down. That was a 4 versus 5, and Team Vietnam was able to turn it on because Kim jumped in there, tried to clear the wave, and got immediately CC and died. And the 4v5 was not looking good, but Vietnam being able to turn this around, that's just amazing. No one died from that fight. They got 3 kills from how XP is just playing this Crixie here.
That was such amazing composure. Despite losing someone early on in that fight, they really powered through and they were able to get 3 kills out of that. It's when they were at a disadvantage. That is such an amazing feat. The Moonfall is going to happen. MC is going to be caught a little bit out of position, but and that Chaos Protector is going to come. That is going to be a kill for XP right now.
They're
So
going to
get that high
they're
ground
going to
tower
fall.
position.
They need to back off. Oh my goodness, that was so close. And not able to take that tower though, so really good defense there by Team China. But again, the key is they have to kill Lao Shui every time. Continues to carry there. Napchin is right on the back line, and then Pro-E's gonna jump in there. Joey's gonna jump right back in, make a mistake, and look at the focus then. They're all gonna jump onto Joey and get the kill. Look at the Dark Slayer is gonna come down to China yet again, but Kim is in trouble again. He's by himself. This is not good. It's not where you want to be there as in the Cross. And the Dark Slayer goes to China yet again. Kim, he has to fight with his team. The Cross by himself is pretty much useless into the Valheim because he would be completely CC as soon as he jumps in.
That's true, especially at this point in the game. You can't be affording to lose just one player randomly like that. Kian really needs the same position. But Nakroth does really lose kind of usefulness at this point in the game. That's going to be another ultimate coming out from Lao Shui. That's going to be a stun throw. It is going to be dangerously low blow. The Vegan Bro is going to be popped, but it is not going to be used. Al is going to get a kill onto Gao. Very great pick by Team China.
Yeah, you don't want to die here. You just got to protect your tower as best you can. They're trying to clear out the wave, and Napchin is going to fall as well. Trying to protect that tower, but he's going to fall. There's no Vino Bro up. Seconds on the side of Vietnam. It looks like China is going to secure this game. What a comeback they're able to do against Vietnam here. Amazing play by Team China.
Yeah, XP over there is going to be caught in the Earthsphere despite using that Endure over there, and that is going to be game 1 for the People's Republic of China.
Yeah, amazing play there. Vietnam just played so well. They won the early game so decisively, and the mid game, but all it took was some key decisions they made in the late game where Team China was able to capitalize on the overstaying of Team Vietnam. After Vietnam actually won the fights and got the kills, they hung out too long with low HP, and as a result, China secured there. Vietnam cannot give over a Dark Slayer. When you're ahead, you need to take that Dark Slayer and make sure that the enemy team does not take it. Because if a team is behind, takes the Dark Slayer, that gives them complete map control for the next minute and a half. And you saw what China did. They took 4 towers and got right back in the game and got the gold lead after that 1 Dark Slayer. And that's what you cannot do as Assassin Comp against a team that is late game scaling like Team China.
Yeah, that game really showcased the downfalls of an assassin composition. We're going to look at these stats over here. We're going to see that and 3, potentially the MVP of this match. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that Valheim build is insane. Like I said, look at that, the Blitz Blade, the Frost Cape, the Hilga's Edge, Fafnir Talon. That is so much damage and CC. The slows from Frost Cape and Hero's Edge, and the stuns. He has 2 stuns as well in his kit. This is why Valheim, when he gets to the late game, it's almost impossible to beat him unless you chain CC him to death and lock him down. But it's also, this build makes him extra tanky as well. He has a revive, he has the defense from Sonic Boots and Frost Cape, and he was Edge. That allows him to have so much sustain there. This is why Valheim needs to be banned here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at this damage. Look at Lao Shui doing 39% of the damage for his side. He just kept on using those. So well and did so well scaling to the late game to help his team take that victory.
Yeah, only the unmentioned MVP is XB though. XB probably played the best in that entire game. The way you for him, carrying his colleagues, especially when once he got his items and scaled into the late game, he just constantly poked. He was the reason why. Where he poked down 2 enemy opponents of Vietnam, and that allowed him to get the very first Dark Slayer. That is the reason why China was able to come back in, because of Lao Shui and how he played this Kali.
Yeah, Lao Shui was just such a beast. I think he's taken man of the match almost every single game that he's been a part of. He is truly a superstar in his own right.
Yeah, definitely. What a performance there from Lao Shui there. Again, that was the key. They were pretty much behind gold, and that one play he did in mid lane where he poked down the Chognar and the TV so low, and immediately once he did that, the entire China team rotated to Dark Slayer, took the Dark Slayer, and it converted that Dark Slayer into 4 towers, and it got the gold lead. That was when the game completely turned around for Team China because of what Lao Shui did. And that's why he's such a superstar in his home country there. Such a well-known mid laner. I mean, amazing play. Such good decision making, honestly, from Team China and their mid laner.
That's true, and the downfalls of Assassin composition really shine through. So he really didn't. They didn't let Team China get ahead until that late game. But when they did, they just shredded down those towers. They had 3 members on their side who were very capable at sieging towers. They had Violet, they had Valheim, and they also had Kali. So once you let them get ahead, once you let them get farmed, and once you give them the advantage, they just took down those towers like it was butter, recouping their losses and then some, leading in their early victory in this first match.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is the towers. And like I said earlier, the key for an assassin comp is you can never ever give a Dark Slayer over to a composition that wants to scale on the late game, because once they take the Dark Slayer, they have complete map control if all 5 of the members are up, and then they can put pressure and take towers, especially if you have 2 range and a Kali that can also take towers. That was such a bad play for Vietnam. They had the lead. Dark Slayer spawned. They should have taken the Dark Slayer instead of trying to overly force these fights, and as a result, Vietnam actually defeated themselves, honestly, because they were ahead. Their game was theirs, honestly. They need to take Dark Slayer. Dark Slayer is the most important objective after the 7-minute mark. You have to take it as an assassin comp to put extra pressure and take down more towers, because when you dive a tower and you lose it, you take the high ground tower, when you lose the fight, at least the Dark Slayer up and the enemy cannot take the Dark. Just a little bit, because China honestly is just outplaying every single team in the macro strategy in the late game, and this is why, again, the coaching staff capitalize on the little mistakes of their opponents, and these are the best teams from their countries that they're against, and that tells you every little mistake matters. But again, the decision-making late game is everything, and Vietnam needs to make sure they fix that for the next game.
That's true. The macro strategy differential between these 2 teams really does make the difference. So Vietnam is really
They should definitely deny Valheim. They cannot give China Valheim. Again, I don't know why teams are not thinking about what Valheim yep, Omen is going to be banned, and then now they can deny potentially Vietnam may ban ARM unless they want to first pick it. But ARM is going to look like a good ban. I don't think we worry about Lindis. I don't think Lindis is a big priority. Again, Lao Shui, you can't really ports and deny key support. So like Chognar will be banned here from Vietnam.
Vietnam did ban that away from themselves. They did have the Chognar last game, but I don't think he was used that effectively last game because he was on the sideline. He didn't have that many chances to be an active participant in many of those team fights. I think it would be worth it for Team China to ban away that Teamy. Despite losing the last match, Pro E was very, very great mechanically on that team, but instead, China's going to opt to ban the ARM away.
Yeah, they might give Teamy over. Teamy has mid-game, but the key for Vietnam is honestly they played the assassin comp really well. It's just they need to make sure they don't make the mistake of leaving Darkslayer up when they're trying to dive the high ground tower and when they are using a bit of map control here and the team is trying here. So that means Lindis is a nice first pick for Vietnam potentially here. So they can pick up the Lindis right off the bat, or they can opt for a key side laner or even like Grak. Like I don't know why any team's not playing the Grak here. Grak is such a strong support that I feel like the Malik and Sin will be picked up here. So interesting. They're gonna try to throw things a little off here with this pick.
I guess that's why Team Vietnam banned away that Chognar because he is an excellent counter to Malik's shock ultimate. So it looks like they might be playing a little bit more of a dive composition. The Teamy is open right now at the moment, and Scud is also open. A very, very capable side laner. It looks like they're going to pick up that Scud and also a Lindis.
Yeah, with Scud and Lindis open is such a good draft by Team China, taking out that Scud and the Lindis there. That's so much burst damage they can put. And now Teamy is still open, so I would definitely take Teamy. Oh, they're not. They're going to take Grak. Yes, finally Grak is going to show his face on the Antares battlefield here. And look at that. It's a lot of chain CC. Slim's Flying Spear with Grak's pull and his War Devour ultimate. That's a lot of CC combo that Vietnam can pull off against China here.
Yeah, I love that CC, and I love seeing Slim's play. He is such a fun hero to watch being played with that Flying Spear and that incredible range. Team Vietnam is going to have a very great time getting picks off of China if they are able to land those double chains or if they are able to land those Flying Spears. And China is going to respond with thinking that Crixie for Lao Shui, we've seen him play that hero amazingly time and time again, and we're going to see them pick up Mina as well. That's Sim with the team, with that Mina, with the ultimate that taunts everyone on the opposing team. She has been used very, very well by the team China.
Needs to engage first, but we know that Mina is actually a really good pick into Grak because Mina can stand in front of Lao Shui and Ku there. So they pull Mina instead, and when they pull the Mina into you, Mina can just turn on Dark Dominion immediately and then just taunt the entire enemy team onto Mina, which allows Crixie and Allen and Ku to come from behind and do so much damage to counter engage against the Grak. I've seen this play off in Chinese Taipei League where Mina is such a good pick and counter into the Grak. It played well here. But look at that, Vietnam playing the Raz, such a heavy engage competition here. One pull from Grak is death to whoever gets put in. Shock ultimate. Slims has his Flying Spear and Grak has a World Devourer and the Chain Pull. So that's a ton of CC combo from Vietnam here. They need to make sure they execute their combo perfectly to beat a great team like the People's Republic of China.
And now that Vietnam has picked this very interesting multiple it was all part of the strategy to have that ultra heavy, that kind of engaged composition with so many stuns, able to